For years, a popular myth has circulated that goldfish have an incredibly short memory span, just 3 seconds. This idea has led to jokes, cartoons, and even the belief that keeping them in small, unstimulating tanks is acceptable. But is there any truth to this claim? Or have we underestimated these little swimmers? In today's episode, we dive into the fascinating world of goldfish memory to answer the question, do goldfish really have a 3-second memory? The origins of the myth aren't entirely clear, but it likely comes from the assumption that small fish must have small brains, and therefore very poor memory. People may have observed their pet goldfish repeatedly swimming around their bowl and assumed they were unable to remember their surroundings. Additionally, the misconception may have been reinforced by media and popular culture. But in reality, this myth couldn't be further from the truth. Scientists have conducted numerous experiments proving that goldfish have a much longer memory span than just 3 seconds, weeks, months, or even years in some cases. Researchers have tested goldfish intelligence in various ways, revealing remarkable cognitive abilities. In one experiment, goldfish were trained to associate a certain sound with food. After playing a particular noise before feeding time, the fish quickly learned to associate the sound with a meal. Even more impressively, they could remember this connection weeks later. Another study showed that goldfish could navigate mazes and remember the correct path for long periods. When placed back in the same maze days or weeks later, they were still able to recall the correct route. This demonstrates problem-solving skills and long-term memory, disproving the 3-second myth. Believe it or not, goldfish are trainable. They can learn to perform tricks like swimming through hoops, pushing tiny soccer balls, and even recognizing different colors. Some goldfish owners have successfully taught their fish to follow a specific routine using positive reinforcement, much like how dogs are trained with treats. Goldfish also recognize their owners over time. If you regularly feed and interact with them, they may begin to swim toward you when they see you approaching the tank. This kind of recognition would be impossible if their memory truly lasted only 3 seconds. So, if not 3 seconds, how long can goldfish remember things? Studies suggest that goldfish can retain information for months and possibly even years. Their memory is comparable to that of other small animals, such as birds and rodents. They are capable of remembering feeding schedules, familiar objects, and even other fish. Goldfish have been observed avoiding parts of their tank where they previously had negative experiences, such as an area where they might have been startled. This ability to recall past events and adjust their behavior accordingly is strong evidence of long-term memory. While goldfish are often kept as pets, their wild ancestors had to rely on their memory for survival. Wild goldfish and their relatives, such as carp, live in lakes and rivers, where remembering the location of food sources, safe hiding spots, and potential threats is essential. A fish with a memory span of just 3 seconds would have no chance of surviving in the wild. Now that we know goldfish are much smarter than we thought, this raises an important question. Are we providing them with the right environment? Many people assume goldfish are fine in small, empty bowls, but these intelligent creatures need space and stimulation to thrive. A larger tank with plants, hiding spots, and other objects to explore can help keep a goldfish engaged. Toys and even training sessions with their owner can also provide mental stimulation. A well-enriched environment ensures that goldfish can use their memory and problem-solving abilities rather than becoming bored. So, do goldfish really have a 3-second memory? Absolutely not. Scientific research has proven that goldfish have a much longer memory span, weeks, months, and even years. They can learn, recognize their owners, solve problems, and navigate mazes. The myth of the forgetful goldfish has been officially debunked. Goldfish deserve more credit than they've been given. And now that we know just how intelligent they are, it's important to treat them with the care and respect they deserve. So next time you see a goldfish, remember, there's a lot more going on inside that tiny brain than you might think. Now, it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question 1. How long can a goldfish remember things? The correct answer is C. Months or even years. Studies have shown that goldfish can remember information for months and possibly years, proving that the 3-second memory myth is false. Let's try another question. Question 2. What is one way scientists have tested goldfish memory? The correct answer is B. By training them to associate sounds with food. Goldfish have been taught to associate specific sounds with feeding time, and they can remember these associations weeks later. Let's move on to the last question for this episode. Question 3. Why is a goldfish's memory important for survival in the wild? The correct answer is A. It helps them remember where to find food and avoid danger. In the wild, memory is crucial for goldfish and their relatives to locate food sources and escape from predators, ensuring their survival. Great job if you got all 3 questions correct. If you missed any, don't worry. You've just learned some fascinating facts about the amazing memory of goldfish. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.